I hope you have recovered from Tisha B'Av last Sunday. It was well attended. We appreciate people committing themselves to come to shul so frequently and sit on the floor and read kinot, this poetry of destruction and desolation. This Shabbat will be the Shabbat of comfort. Nachamu, Nachamu Ami, says the prophet Isaiah. Those are the first words of the Haftarah. And it's wonderful to see a young man like Liam Furmansky to be a bar mitzvah this Shabbat, bringing those hope or a better future for Israel. Certainly, we also are encouraged by the date of Tu B'Av, a date in the Jewish calendar that is associated with relationship, love relationship. And the Talmud compares Tu B'Av with Yom Kippur, in a sense that both are about the soul. One is to purify the soul to be able to relate better to other human beings, and the other is about love and relationship, and somehow they are connected. In fact, it was assumed that in the afternoon of Yom Kippur, large crowds of people, single people, will come together at the temple in Jerusalem, and of course later on throughout the diaspora and our own synagogues to meet others. So in that sense, Yom Kippur and Tu B'Av are very, very similar. We do not fast on Tu B'Av, which comes this Shabbat, but certainly we connect with others. Parashat Vaetchanan that we read this Shabbat, or Shabbat Nachamu, is the Torah portion which contains the Ten Commandments, the second version of the Ten Commandments, and also the Shema Israel. The Ten Commandments you already know, and you know that they're almost similar, that we have a variant of the way we connect to Shabbat. Shamor ve'Zachor. Zachor in Exodus, Shamor in the book of Deuteronomy. Shamor ve'Zachor, Zachor ve'Shamor Shamor means to keep the Sabbath, and Zachor is to remember the Sabbath. And that's the minute difference between the two sets of the Ten Commandments. We read them actually 3 times a year. If you think about it, we read them on Exodus, Parashat Yitro. We read them on Shavuot, the first day of Shavuot, and we read them now on Parashat Vaetchanan. We always go to the back of the Chumash, if you remember, to read with Tam Elyon, with the cantillation of higher level cantillation. The Ten Commandments these times are accompanied, as I said, by the Shema Israel. The Shema Israel that a Jew recites every single morning of his or her life. It just doesn't speak about God being one God, which is the motto of being a monotheistic religion, right? One deity. But it speaks about the relationship with Israel. That relationship is unique, that we will pray to God and to God only. The way in which we connect with the deity is one-on-one. And that, I think, is a very, very interesting idea. After all, when we get up in the world, we might connect to a variety of people. When it comes to the deity, when it comes to God, we in Judaism are suggested, obligated, is a normative religion after all, we are said that we are supposed to have only one God in one relationship with that God, our personal relationship. So in that case, the Shema Israel is a great gateway, a door that is open for us to develop that relationship with God. And we hope that you will try that in this upcoming 7 weeks before Rosh Hashanah, to develop a pathway to connect with God as we approach the high holidays. We welcome you on Friday night at 6 p.m. and Shabbat morning. I think it's going to be a great Shabbat for having a bar mitzvah. I think we have a Friday night connectivity with our young members of the congregation as we're trying to reach out that crowd in their 30s. Some of them have recently married, had children, others are still single, but it's wonderful for them to connect with the temple. We welcome them. So please join us Friday night and Shabbat morning. Until then, Shabbat Shalom and Tu B'Av. a day of loving and relationships. That should be good for you and for everyone you know. Shabbat Shalom.